What's it? Okay, I believe I got the microphone right this time. At least I hope I do. You like the pose? What's it? Alright. Yeah, awesome, right? Okay, let's see. Let me just make sure. Let me make sure everything's good before we start this video right here. Alright.
Don't feel sorry for you at all.
Okay, well, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, you know, sorry about that. I had to make sure everything was good to go. Alright. What's it? This is, well, I guess you want to go with, was it? Do you get a visual? Yeah. Okay. Because like it said, like, no camera. Sorry about that, guys. I just wanted to make sure. Man, these icons on my dang screen is complicated. Anyway. This is another review, very quickly. I know I did a recent Watchdogs, the first game. We just actually recently finished it. Doing the second one. So you know there might be spoilers, especially since I'm doing one of the main missions as an example. I'm gonna tell you this. I kind of like it was a slow start. I'm not gonna lie. It was a slow start for me to get used to this, to like the new character, stuff like that. But I actually am enjoying it. It's still in the same concepts, but there's a whole lot more different side missions, you know, compared to its other one, where it's mostly repetitive, from either stealing cars for money or defeating gangs, stopping criminals, all this other stuff. Like I can even like pull up a phone, like, and I can like get the apps on. Like I have my phone here, but like all the buttons are switched around. So if you're used to the whole button setup from Watch Dogs, the first game, you are not gonna have it the same. It took me a long time to do that. All right. Right now I just did a photo. This is for experience points. Like if you actually, the phone will notify you when you're in a good spot and you take a selfie, and you get like points. Oh, apparently I got something. I got like, I think, a smiley. Basically up there on the top of on the phone right there, you see like a level 7. Those are all my like experience points. So the selfies in the social media app that I have here, you know, with the buddies that you are going to run into, you know, you get to post pictures, and each one, if you do them good, you get experience points. But that's just one out of many. They give you later on the DedSec app, where it has everything online, you know, missions. I'm heading to this one. It's a side operation, they call it, but that's one of the side missions. But usually the orange ones are also like considered main ones, but it all depends. Like this one shows main operation, so they got that. And here's like side operations. You see the ones I've already done in the past. There's still car on demand. That's it. But that's one of the ones I already have. I don't have that many cars or trucks available to me just yet. I don't know about multiplayer. The media player is actually a pretty interesting touch, really. But yeah, what's it? Right now we're gonna, and obviously here's a map, kind of like Google Maps, only I think this is way better than Google Maps. I'm just saying. What's it? Once again, it shows like, you know, different side missions, you know, different icons obviously, and then there's like clothing shops. You can find different clothings, different places. You know, its side missions are way more different compared to its other game. And if you can't find any more side missions compared to, you know, maybe you don't want to do like motocross races, maybe you don't want to, you know, drive, you know, certain people, like, what's it, like be an Uber driver, kind of like. Only this one is different. This one that I would be driving would be different. The first one we tried doing was apparently a daredevil that didn't mind how you drove and did like a recording thing, which was Some of the little stories you hear when doing side missions and such are pretty funny. But yeah. And then you got, research points. This is what you want to try to keep up with. I mean, this is what you need for a lot of your like upgradings, especially to open a few things up. It also helps with experience points as well and open up things. The money icon is basically, it's a bag of money literally laying around somewhere. So you gotta find it, but you could still get money off of people with your phone. Also, Operation Intel. This usually means this guy is talking like either text message or something comes up that, and it'll create a side mission. The purple icons are obviously for its online stuff, go against other players, but I am not into online play so much. Key data on the street. Everything right here is basically explained, as to how this goes. So, for each icon. And, what's it? As I was saying, it's actually pretty much in the same concepts as the first game, only it has a lot more of a wider variety of stories and side missions. And also you get new equipment as well. But first off, the way you change it, I can obviously, as I go ahead and scan this person, I can actually set their, I could probably send, turn them into weapons. I can make that phone possibly explode or go on fire, possibly, but I'm not going to do that. Let's see if I can find anyone here. This one I can electrify the person, basically, as you can see in the lower right icon. There's different choices. I've never tried all of them, but that's because I don't want to lower my hero status. Oh, here, for instance, right there on the bottom right corner, you'll see a money signal, a money symbol, which basically, you just you hold L1, X, I got money. And most likely the person's been notified that I withdraw their money. But they don't know it's me. Alright, let's see. And you can hear that person just complaining just about now. Alright, let's see if I can get anything in particular. No. Performance car? Motorcycles? How is it that I get motorcycles and there's no motorcycle listed? Whatever. I don't care. Alright. Let's start with this one. This one was one of the recent ones I've gotten. And then there's my car. It's actually pretty much in the same concepts. It took a bit of a slow beginning, especially around its story. I actually would have preferred it of a continuation, but that's not what we're gonna get in this case. Alright, so I'm gonna hop in this car and let's go ahead and head in that direction of the first mission. I'm gonna start with my favorite song. What? Well, my favorite song so far, Yeah, that was the car right there. It was just all banged up. I wanted a new one. And that was an officer. Oh gosh. The driving is still the same though, but so far I like this vehicle. Well, it's what I got so far. I still haven't figured out how we can get more vehicles. Usually in the first game, you usually just start stealing cars and it's there then listed for your selection. Or you pay for it, basically, but I haven't figured that out yet. And the upgrades, you can actually steal any car and even add a boost if you want to, but you gotta add that upgrade. The upgrades are way different compared to its first game, and right now there's a notification for an online game, like one of those online missions. Most likely either to chase someone down or to go steal data, something of that nature. Obviously the game takes place in San Francisco, so like obviously I'm in this on the bridge. What's the Golden Bridge? Is that what they call it? Why would they call it that if it's red? I can hardly hear anything you're saying. Only my wife has been there only like one time, so only she can possibly verify. I can't listen to a single thing she's saying because these
Of course you can't hear me.
Yeah, noise canceling earphones. I thought I was just losing my hearing from all the work. Alright, we're gonna cut this music so that way I can listen to this woman talk. So technically it's already the end of the song anyway. But also what's an interesting feature is that you can actually control some of the vehicles. You know, you can actually hack and control the vehicles. If I go ahead and highlight one of them, you notice the lower right corner, you can actually put the car in reverse, forward. You can actually also even make them turn right or left. Now, like, that's actually quite interesting, especially like if you don't want any absolute contact with some of the villains you encounter. It's a little bit different, I think. The cops are a lot harder to evade. They really are. I've had a very hard time trying to evade from them. They are like catching up to your speed. They are very smart about it. Oh, a new song. Awesome. That's usually how you get songs is if you notice on your lower left corner, it shows you the map. But also notifies you sometimes of either missions, locations to take photos, so those selfies to get those extra experience points, as well as side missions, stuff like that. The graphics I actually really like. It's really detailed, and based on from my wife can confirm, she actually, you know, is pretty accurate. So, for the most part. What's it like? What's it? You've been in California.
Oh, I meant the map is pretty accurate, yeah.
Was
Some
it?
things are
Like, how about the environment?
The Oakland
Like-
map is pretty accurate, where it's a bunch of graffiti, and you can easily tell when you're in the Bay Area of San Francisco to Oakland. It's so dramatic within just 2 miles of a difference. From like a fancy university,
But
and then all of a sudden 2 miles you see graffiti. The roads are all not paved right.
well, basically, I hope if these are like news headsets, folks. So I hope that you managed to hear something in the background on that. But what's it? Basically, it's pretty accurate.
It's pretty accurate.
Oh, let me be quick about this before we start the mission. Obviously, you do get a gun. However, I'm going to be spoiling it to you that this is basically not even a real gun, to be honest. It like, well, it is and isn't, because, like, apparently it is, but you're using a 3D printer to make these. It is kind of silly. Let's see, I'm trying to see. Oh, here's your change of weapons. You know, like, there's the pistol. There's the stun gun. You can get a stun gun. It depends, once again, the lethal and non-lethal choice. And then you get gadgets too, extra gadgets, like, for instance, this little car, which I thought was really cool. Like, you know, used to get into small places, stuff like that. It can jump, stuff like that. It can even do some hacking abilities as well, like, depending on what it is. Okay, like, for instance, like, let's say I wanted to do this. See? The little machine actually does some of the work. But I actually started the mission now, so any spoilers at this point, you know, feel free to turn away now, you know, because it is part of the mission.
Horses, I'm looking through my kitty feeds now, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, Pervert Cole.
Fucking menace.
Let's wreck his world.
Last time, I got a never-ending supply.
Okay, so when can we meet? Because I need something new for the weekend.
Prices are going up, Chris. Let's is exclusive material I'm providing. One customer, one kid.
I don't know, man. You're not the only dealer in town anymore.
This is primo. Oh,
Let's
hold on, Grizz.
crash the hard drive.
Where'd you go?
I'm right here.
No, not you, Grizz.
Do you have the footage or not?
Yeah, no, everything's cool. On second thought, I got another kid in mind for you.
Yeah, right now we're stopping some kind of pedophile.
My fucking train of thought.
You were talking about...
Fuck! Oh, my footage!
You mean my footage? Is it gone?
No, Grizz, you'll get your vids. I just gotta call you back. Fuck, did I ever do to deserve this shit? Thousands of dollars.
Installing virus!
Who's doing that? Fuck, spies on somebody. Get the fuck out of my house. Get the fuck.
We know who you are!
I'm going.
And then, done. And of course...
Did you get all that?
Yup. Jesus Christ.
I wish I could reach through the camera and strangle that guy.
Don't worry. This footage is already circulating. Society will do the strangling soon enough.
Operation Shanderbosch.
Okay. Now, obviously, for this,
Marcus,
usually...
one of our latest
Hold on.
followers sent me this. Consider it a follow-up on Home's CEO.
Yo, check it. I was on the treadmill when this pissy-looking guy came up with the trainer and kicked me off. Dickhead looked familiar, so I asked around the gym. It was Steven Bader, the guy in charge of Home. I guess waiting for a treadmill is too lowly for rich assholes like him.
Alright, now usually a lot of these side missions,
What would
as you
guys
can
think
see...
about shooting a little exercise
hold on.
fail video starring the CEO of Home?
Steven Bader? I'd love to have another go at humiliating that pompous ass. Why an exercise video?
Peepin' Steve is at the gym right now. Buckle in and get ready for a show, my friend.
Christmas is coming early this year.
I didn't want to interrupt the vid. Anyhow, as you could see, the side operations usually, it continues. And the only way you know when it's done, for instance, I was doing the paint job. As you can see right below the paint job icon, you know, the title, it has a bar that basically indicates, you know, that you're in progress of completing said missions. Now, there's going to be more technically ahead, but you won't finish completing the actual mission till then. So that's why, wow, I wonder who he's chasing. Anyhow, but yeah, if you want my obvious tips, the usual, you know, you should... Right now, as you can see, there's an icon right there. I actually can see I think that's a side mission. I think that's one of the online players that police are chasing around right now. And I think technically, normally someone would tell me to go chase them or something, but I'm not going to do that. Oh, I gotta tell you though, a lot of the online players, if you get like stuck with that kind of stuff, they will be after you. Like, they will be after you trying to hack your data, like, without you noticing, and they can even kill you if they want. That was a little annoying, but you know what? You know, it also is kind of cool. But what's it? But if
Suspect is now on foot.
suspect is now on foot. Anyway, let's stop with all the conversation for a little bit. What's it? And there we go. He left the session. Anyway. Anyhow, what's it? The same tips is basically, I gotta say, for the same as the first one. If you want to really advance further into the game on its main missions, it'd be best to go ahead and do a lot of the side missions, and there is plenty of, and it seems to be a wide variety of them, so it could pertain to any kind of person's interest as far as I know. What's it? I mean, like, there's motocrossing, you can drive with vehicles, you can go ahead and drive people around, you can even find other side missions, you know, you can go get money, you know, from certain areas, you can get research, you know, data, you know, for your app and such. You can even, like, go ahead and, take selfies in, you know, designated areas just to go ahead and get it, you know? I mean, you can do all kinds of things. The story itself, I still was kind of sad that they didn't continue it from the first game. I was kind of hoping that they would, because I wanted to know a couple of things of what would have happened after. But and it had a bit of a slow startup because it was starting to kind of to slack my interest at the very beginning. But you know, in the end, it actually wasn't too bad, and the characters that are involved in this are really funny, and like, especially a lot of the conversations we get from one of the side missions and people, and then you get more reactions out of the civilians as well, because, you know, when I end up stealing their money, they either get upset and say something funny, or curse, whichever one. It's still funny in my aspects, but, like, it's a very well detailed game, you know, for it. What else? What is this? Oh, this is one of those driver ones. I was wanting to know. And like, of course, yeah, of course, some places you can fast travel to, which obviously you can. Obviously, you can't just fast travel to a mission. You can only get like close by it. You know, you can get something like close by. Let's say I want to fast travel, you know, from this location. Usually, obviously, it says right there, fast travel, you know. And then, of course, HQ is basically your area where you and all your friends meet up. Usually, some of the that's basically also where you would get some of your weapons as well. You also get devices there made by a 3D printer. You know, you got to give these kids some talent. You know, use the technology of that time and then use 3D printing. You know, it's pretty cool. Oh, and by the way, anything in the very beginning of this game, they usually say in the story, anything that conflicts, everything that might seem like it's happening, it's coincidental. Like, okay, I give you a fair example, like technology is taking over, you know, the whole human race kind of thing. Like, they mention something like that in the game, but they obviously put a warning stating any of the stories and such when it comes to that is coincidental. I have my own thoughts on that, but I don't want to explain it on here, really, because that's kind of conversations, in my opinion, you know, kept along the side and not my interest right now at this time. Anyhow, what's it? Let's see. I was kind of hoping that maybe I would be able to switch around, like, characters, but that's not the case. Let's see. What's it? Also, some of your friends does also that too. And then like some of your friends comment too. Look, I take a picture right there. It says like, "Get to work. Stop messing with selfies." Where? And then like I have pictures there. It's all, "You sure like taking pictures." I'm like, I can't. He's being sarcastic. He's being sarcastic. And they're like, I was like, inspirational. Hurry so we can grab food. I'm like, man, I wish I had, you know, like, I wish I had some friends like that. You know, like, some of you tell me stuff like that. And then, like, dude, walk away from that shiny. Obviously, I took a picture of, in front of the, what's it, Airsoft, and then, like, it shows the poster in the back of Assassin's Creed. We need more drone pics. We need more drone pics. And then, of course, some of your other friends, you know, post up too. You know, stuff like that. You know, you get to see. It's kind of like, I think it's pretty cool. I mean, like, I gotta tell you though, it's pretty funny though. But like, hey, you know, I could do this on simple social media phone, right? But yeah, I'm doing it here on a game. It's kind of weird. But anyhow, that's basically about it. I mean, I kind of like the car. And like, was it? The car is pretty cool. And I think because of that online player, it's caused traffic. Anyhow, what's... My wife's trying to throw in that this car is basically a representation of Knight Rider. What? Oh, who? Say again.
Okay, you don't know who David Hasselhoff is?
I didn't just hear what you just said. That's all I did. It was a Hasselhoff. What's it like? Okay, do I have to put the like? Okay, like so. If you guys don't know it, look it up. Anyhow, what's it? Like just Google. Just Google. Use Google anyway.
If you Google him, you might get his song, which is really annoying.
Okay, never mind. Do not Google. Never mind. You're just gonna. My wife's out saying is some probably gonna get a song.
Help bring down the Berlin Wall. Let's just say.
Anyhow, what's it? That's basically all I got for you guys. I also gave you like a quick representation as to, you know, quick looks as to how a lot of the gaming works. It's very similar, obviously, to the first game, but a lot of the controls. Ooh, see, you hear cursing already. Anyhow, what's it like? What's it? Obviously, it's the very same. It is actually very well detailed. Ooh, I got another song. Ah, song not found. I missed it. Anyhow, what's it? But anyhow, that's basically it. I gave you a quick look at the game and its details. You got a quick glimpse of a very quick, fast mission. I'm still going to continue the mission and such. What's up? Hold on. Well, anyhow, that's basically about it. I'm going to go through a tunnel and then give the controller to my wife because she's getting impatient and she wants to play too. So anyway, I am not going to run over people. You don't get experience points by running over people. Anyhow, that's basically it.
Vigilante, you're supposed to be.
That's basically it. It was a pretty quick video. There's a lot of different buttons, a lot of different gadgets and choices that you could do with this one, and that's what really got my attention. And after a while with getting used to the controls, it's actually not that bad, and we are still going to continue to play it. It's still a really good game. And as for the story, it's pretty good so far, so we're going to see where it goes with it. So stay safe out there, guys, and hope to see you next time.